This week, the government announced the introduction of a porn passport. But this passport is designed to prevent minors visiting adults-only destinations across the World Wide Web. But is there really a way of censoring the internet?
The government this week announced its age verification or porn passport scheme will get $6.5 million for a pilot program to limit harmful content kids are exposed to online.
Parents are terribly concerned about their children and what they're seeing online.
Figures revealing 75% of Aussie kids aged 16 to 18 had already watched pornography online. Of those, nearly a third had seen it before the age of 13. Kids are most commonly viewing pornography on dedicated sites, followed by social media, with concerns for the impact on children.
The content that digital platforms service to young Australians has an impact in reinforcing harmful and outdated gender norms.
The government is hoping their age verification scheme is the solution. Users will likely be forced to verify they're over 18 via a third-party site. That would then issue them with a token they could use to access pornographic websites, as well as alcohol delivery and gambling sites. But the passport might not be the perfect solution.
We're going to spend millions of dollars on a trial that probably won't tell us anything about a technology that is not going to solve our problem.
Tools to get around verification technology already commonly used.
People can install a virtual private network and pretend via that mechanism to be coming at it from outside Australia, at which point even the large respectable platforms are not going to impose Australian rules.
The UK has recently legislated a similar scheme despite concerns over data collection.
Actually, very few ways of proving that you're an adult without proving who you are. I think everybody can see the privacy implications and the potential for identity theft associated with that.
But with the government optimistic that technology has improved, all eyes will be on the outcome of the passport pilot.
It is a far bigger problem today than it was 10 years ago. We need to take action.
Host of the Parental as Anything Teens podcast, Rebecca Sparrow, is with us now. So, Rebecca, you've spoken to parents who are worried about what their kids have seen online, but what are the parents seeing in all this?
I think the parents are really concerned, Rove, because what we're seeing is not just teenagers who are seeing and accessing porn, but it's now filtering down into primary schools, where primary school kids are having those conversations and telling each other to look up certain porn websites. So it's really confronting and upsetting.
How bad is it out there? Just how big of a problem is it?
It is a huge problem, and it's so awkward and uncomfortable, and I understand that. But, you know, I just recorded an interview with Parental as Anything Teens recently where a mum told me that her 11-year-old son had become fixated on porn. The parents are separated. The dad was looking at porn on his phone and leaving his phone around. One of the kids looked at it and was grossed out, didn't want to talk about it. But the youngest, the 11-year-old, became really fixated on it, and it led to enormous problems that continued on for many years with him having an obsession with porn.
Rebecca, what advice would you give parents who are worried about their kids' online activity?
I think we need to start the conversation, and I completely understand that no parent wants to pick their children up from school and say, how was your day? And also, let's talk about porn, right? Because that's awful and uncomfortable. But also explaining to kids that when they accidentally come across something that it makes them feel uncomfortable and unsafe, that they can click away. That's really key. There's an excellent website I want to recommend called Sex Ed Rescue, which is an Australian site where a woman called Kath Hackinson guides parents through age-appropriate ways to talk to kids about sex and porn. But I would say you want to start talking about in primary school with kids seeing content that makes them feel unsafe or scared or worried. If we start like that with that kind of protective behaviour thing and clicking away, you see something, you accidentally look something up. I know the story of one little girl who started typing in girls with the name, say Jill, right? And then teenage girls with the name Jill, and she accidentally went down a rabbit hole of finding porn that was disastrous that her mum did not find out about for 6 months. So teaching kids, when you accidentally come across something, clicking away and then feeling comfortable to tell mum and dad or an adult.
Do you think age verification software can work here? I mean, is it going to stop people stumbling across these sort of sites?
The answer is I don't know, but I think we have to do something. I decided today to road test it myself. How easy is it for somebody to look up one of the, biggest named porn sites? And I got a browser, looked it up. It is more difficult for me to tell my local city council that my bin didn't get collected than it is for me. All I had to do, I didn't have to put in a date of birth. It said, are you over 18? I said yes, and then I was faced with videos that make me want to scrub my eyeballs, right? So it's bad. We have to do something. I don't expect that the first thing the government does is going to be perfect, but we need to do something and start improving it and working on it.
Rebecca, like you said, this can feel like a very overwhelming subject, especially for anyone with children, and we appreciate you helping us find our way through it. Thanks for your time.
Thanks, guys.